Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Elise here at Plan with Elise, and today we are going to be planning in my dashboard planner for the week of April 29th. This year, I've been showing you my dashboard during the pen, and this is during the pen. Today is Wednesday, and I actually am switching what I'm filming right now, and this is going to be a dashboard for the 29th. So I am working quite ahead on my content right now because of Go Wild and just spring busyness and all the things. So I've done really well this week, getting a lot done, and we're gonna get one more done now. So I made a mistake, and I made this mistake last year too, you might remember, but I lost my planner. I lost the extra pages. So typically I only keep a few months of my planner in the planner at a time, and I put the rest somewhere else because 12 months is just too much for me to have. But I can't find the pages. I can't find a dated dashboard in all my planners. So for now, we're going to go undated. And if I find the rest, then we'll switch it up again. If not, then oh well, I have plenty of stickers to date with. So silly me, this happened last year, but I think, yeah, it happened with my dashboard last year also. Anyway, I decided that I wanted to use Kell of a Plan watercolor boxes and florals. This sticker book, by the time you're seeing this video, let's see, the week of the 29th, I'm trying to figure out when this sticker book would have released because at the time of filming this sticker book hasn't come out yet. So let's see if I can do some well, it released on the 26th. This video, I would assume you're seeing around then, but I don't know. My brain is a little bit broken right now, but the sticker book should still be available. No, this would have released, yes, okay. This would have released within the last couple of days when you're watching this. So I just think that this sticker book is so pretty. Florals are usually my favorite go-to in my dashboard because, like you just saw, I need to keep my dashboard really, really functional. And I feel like florals are a great way to do that. So I just have to decide which ones. I think we're going to go for the purple. It's been a while since I've done an all purple spread. And it's one of those colors that I just love to open my planner and see. Now, I say it's been a while since I've done an all purple spread. However, I feel like all of my Go Wild planners were really purple. So there was quite a bit of purple recently here on my channel, but hopefully you don't mind a little bit more because this is not Go Wild themed. This is watercolor boxes and florals volume 3. And I will have a link to this in the description of the video if you are going to be shopping. Whoops. I think that sticker decided where it wanted to go. I'm like a little bit off because there's no month. Usually the month is right up here. So I think we'll give this like a tiny bit of space because we have this white space down here and I'd like to have a little bit of space there too. But I think we need some washes. I feel like, sorry, I was bending down. Forgot you can't hear me if my head is under my desk. I feel like we could use some washi with this. So I think maybe this stripe washi. I feel like there's not much of this left. This washi is going to be gone very soon, but we'll use it. Now, I need some boxes. So we're going to go for these 3. This is probably one of my favorite sets in this sticker book. And I mentioned when I did the flip through that my bedroom had these colors when I was growing up, and it just, I don't know, makes me happy to see. So we're going to put some boxes down here, and this is where I like to list out my goals for the week. So my dashboard planner is all about Plan with Elise. It's where everything gets mapped out, and it's how I get things done while working a full-time job and doing content creation, which also often feels full-time. This is where it happens. And so that's why I need this to be so functional. And I can't get like super creative and different with the way I use this layout. I'm much more willing to change things up in other planners of mine, but this is the planner that has to stay functional. Okay, now let's put Oh, we don't have much washi left. I can't use a lot of this. This is like the end. There's just one more wrap around. So we have these heading boxes. So we'll put one over here because I like to rename these sections and make them my own. Put one here. And this is where I usually write down stuff to do for Patreon, things to do, videos to film, short form content, and then other. And the other is typically, what's the other? Let's use this one. The other is typically releases and sales. We have to switch these because they're the same color vertically. All the things that I need to be mindful of going into a new week and everything that might take my attention. So I'll put this one right over here. And then we're going to use this teal color. But I want to put this washi over here because I don't have a lot of it, so I have to use it really sparingly. This might be like the second washi roll I've ever finished in all my years, Let's not do it that way. We're going to change this style instead. We're going to put this down here. This will go against it and we'll rip and then do the same thing here. This way it looks like it's layered on it, but it's not actually layered on it, and I don't lose that extra little bit of washi that I have. Okay, now we got to date this. So let me date it so that I can actually figure out what's happening this week. So I grabbed Dated Basics Volume 3 by Plan, and we're going to grab some stickers from it. I think, let's see, I think we're going to go like full Plan font. Now all of these are, maybe they're all her lettering. I don't think so, because I don't think that is. But figured if we're going Plan in this book, we're going to go full Plan. And I love that these are on paper because one of my pet peeves in planning is when I have to cover up the date to put another date on top. The reason that I'm putting these stickers, even though these are already here, the days are already here, is because I just wanted to kind of add to the pizzazz. So now we have some of these purple ones that I could use, or I could go black. Originally, I wanted to include washi, but we just don't have enough to do this for every day. So if that's the case, I might as well go with the purple ones. Sorry, I'm a little all over the place. Or we could do different purple ones. I don't think we have that teal color. What if we do, so I need April 29, 30, and then what week is this going to be? 29th through the 5th. So we could do these because I have them. And then we can add a little bit of color into them. So 29th, 30th, and then we want to go to the 5th. I don't know why I'm using my hands right now instead of a tweezer. I'm usually so particular about using tweezers with these, but I feel like because these are on squares, it just makes it a little bit easier. That one was crooked. 4 and 5. Let's try it. This is why I don't use my fingers, because you know what? I can't say that. I was going to say it's crooked when I use my fingers instead of a tweezer. We know that my spreads are always crooked. My stickers are always crooked. That's not an excuse. Okay, now I'm going to take, let's not do that one. Let's do, maybe this is a good opportunity for the teal. If this is the right color teal. I don't know that it's going to be. Let's try it. I feel like that's a little bit too bright, but I think that this might be, no, that's not good either. I know that I have the right color for this. If I want it to be, I'm probably trying to make it too matchy. So I think we'll just go basic lavender to color these in. This might actually be easier using the brush tip part of this. This is probably why I don't often use stickers that I need to color in, because it takes some extra time. But it's also kind of soothing and nice. It's more of like when it's on camera that it takes that time. But there we go. These are just one number each. And then I can write down what is going to be happening this week. So I feel like because this is my first full week back after being away, there's not that much happening in my planner that I'm aware of yet. My Patreon Zooms are already finished for the month at this point, so that's usually Tuesdays. Friday is typically release day, but I don't know at this point, again, of any releases that are happening, so I think we're kind of all clear. Now, that's not to say that I won't be sharing at some point that there are releases. I just don't know of them yet at this point, but I don't think there are, because some of the ones that usually happen within the first week of the month, I think are, I've seen announcements of mid-month. Like I saw a story the other day that Plannything shared about something fun for the middle of the month. So I'm assuming that's going to happen. This is all stuff I've seen shared. This is not private info I'm sharing. And then Caliba Plan had a release last week. Amber Plans Her Day also had a release last week. So, and Mojo Jojo had a release a couple of weeks ago. So maybe we get a week off of new releases. I'm going to take this other purple flower sticker and put it right over here. And then we can maybe just take like one more right over here and put it right there. Or do we go for a corner? Maybe we do another corner, because I feel like now that spring is here, life is a little bit more outside. I say that like I'm not just held up in my house all weekend because it's so cold and wintry, but hopefully this means that I'm not sitting in my house filming all weekend. That said, it means that weekdays are going to be busier, which is sort of an example of why I'm doing this in advance, because of that kind of availability and change in schedule. Now, this is usually where I'll do Patreon. That said, I worked early April in getting things for Patreon done for May, but not everything, because there's only so much I can do. So while I did the things that I owe my Patreon members, like as of the 1st and the 2nd of the month, I still have custom spreads and one-on-one Zooms and all of that to share. So if there's going to be space that I can maybe fill with some flowers, we're going to see if it works for this. Oops. Note to self, don't do that again. And then just kind of put these flowers in here as a pretty little extra touch. And then use my We Art Memory Keepers punch to punch through that hole. I don't typically add a lot of decoration onto this side, but I felt like this time we could. Okay, now we need bullet points, and then I think this is always a really simple spread for me. And I think sometimes I go back and forth of like, is this something you still want to share? But the videos are still getting views. I mean, I know that this is repetitive each week. I'm just kind of using different stickers. So hopefully you're tuning in to, I don't know, hear about my life or anything like that, because these spreads are similar. But as long as there's still interest, you know, I'll keep sharing them. There have been times on my channel that I change what I'm doing if I see that a video is getting no views or very few views. My videos do not get 0 views. But what was something, I'm trying to think, that I stopped doing? I stopped doing wellness spreads, but I also am not really using a wellness planner, but I had a lack of motivation when the videos weren't really getting many views. And then my reading journal. So I want to address my reading journal because I see comments about this every once in a while. I will say my reading journal videos would get my lowest views, except for my budget ones. Those get really low views also. However, I have not been reading that much lately. Reading is something I really enjoy and I want to make time for. But it was also something that kind of came back into my life since before, like since I was a child, that it came back into my life when life got a little, not boring, but I'd finish work and I don't often film videos after work and didn't really have plans and wasn't dating. And so it's like, what am I going to do for the rest of the night and not watch TV? And that's kind of where reading came back into my life. Um, the last couple of months, I've been really focused on this big project that I can hopefully share about soon, and also started dating, and I'm in a relationship, and I also had like a week of being sick and migraines and all of that kind of stuff. And so I just haven't been able to make as much time to read. I think I read 3 or 4 books in March, but in April, as of today, which is April 10th, I haven't read any. Look, I finished washi. So I haven't been keeping up with my reading journal because I haven't been reading, which is why I don't have a reading journal video up. At this point, it may just be something that if I have an open slot on my channel in May, I'll be like, hey, let's get this updated. Let's talk about it. But right now, that's just not a priority of mine. So I do apologize if that's something that you have been waiting for and I haven't delivered on. So this is a really simple spread, but I think it's so pretty and it's going to make me so happy when this week comes to open my planner and use it. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll link Watercolor Boxes and Florals Volume 3 in the description. If you haven't yet picked it up, I do appreciate you using my link. This is such a beautiful sticker book for anyone who likes to decorate their planner in florals. So that's a wrap. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'll see you next time.